Before I get into any intros, I just want to quickly say I'm sorry for not uploading yesterday. I've been trying to, as of recent, get out as many Steel Force videos as possible, trying to exist on like a daily schedule while also fulfilling my obligations elsewhere. You know, I moderate the Discord. I've got some other stuff going on in the background that I don't talk about. But unfortunately, there was a minor emergency yesterday, so I had to take care of that. Wasn't able to deliver that day. However, we're back to our regularly scheduled programming now. Just wanted to apologize for that. Let's get into this deck. This deck is really cool. This is an Arkham Inmate list. Usually when I see people play Arkham Inmates, they're doing one of a couple things. They're going Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy to get access to the Tyranny faction. They run Harley Quinn, Joker to get full mono firepower synergy. Or I've even seen some people go Harley Lex, which I actually prefer to Harley Poison Ivy. Regardless though, people usually are running Harley. Or maybe sometimes they're doing like Joker Lex. But I actually don't think you need to run any of the cards that incentive, or any of the leaders that inherently incentivize you to run inmates. I actually don't think inmates are the aggressive deck that they seem. Obviously, they can get some pretty snowbally boards that result in what looks like a pretty aggressive strategy, but I think you can actually play a mid-range version of Arkham Inmates that are quite strong, and that's what we're looking at today. We're running Doomsday and Lex Luthor, and before we even look at the card list, actually, let's just look at these two leaders, because these two leaders inherently set up a clock for the opponent. If the opponent is low enough that Doomsday can one-shot them, and this goes for either of their leaders or both of their leaders or whatever, that's not a clock that they can deal with. If they know that this is going to be something that kills them in a couple turns, the game's over for them, because they cannot defend against Lex Luthor's ability plus Doomsday's ability on the same turn. Maybe if they play something with Aura, but excluding that, Lex Luthor plus Doomsday will always give you a path forward to the opponent's leader. As for the exact card list we're running, it's got a lot of Arkham Inmate stuff you've seen before, with quite a bit of the bronze stuff thrown out. We want our bronze cards, our bronze Arkham Inmates, to be as high value as possible to take advantage of Jailbreak. Jailbreak summons 2 random bronze cards from the top half of your deck, or bronze Arkham Inmates, that is. So we want to make sure the odds of us hitting Black Mask are very high, or the odds of us hitting Clayface are quite high. The rest of our Arkham Inmates are also really high value. Prometheus is a great card, especially in this type of deck. The Riddler is a great card. Two-Face is an incredible card and results in some pretty clutch situations. And honestly, we could do without one more Arkham Inmate in here. We could cut maybe Hugo Strange or Amy just to increase those Jailbreak odds even more. You'll notice I'm not running Kite Man, and that's mainly because the strategy isn't particularly aggressive, but I wouldn't necessarily be opposed to running Kite Man in this list just because it's like a free activation on Clayface and Black Mask, but I also don't think it's necessary. We're running the Penguin, but honestly, I don't think he's a particularly strong card for this list. The rest of the deck is mainly just good cards with one other big combo that I'll point out in just a second. Before I point out that combo, I just want to point out a cool piece of synergy that you might not notice. Solomon Grundy re-readies himself once he's been destroyed. So once he resummons himself, he re-readies. So what you can do is you can play Solomon Grundy, then you can use Lex Luthor's ability on him, which will make you draw 2 cards, right? That's what Lex Luthor does. He makes you draw 2 cards. And you'll also get the refund, right? You'll get 2 charges on Lex Luthor. But most importantly, you'll be able to attack with Solomon Grundy that turn. Most of the time when you use Lex Luthor's ability on an ally card, you're giving up an opportunity to destroy an enemy card. But when you use Lex's ability on Grundy, you can also destroy that enemy card as long as it has 5 or less health. Now that last big combo I wanted to point out was Friends in High Places plus either Deathstroke or Reverse Flash. There's some situations where maybe you can get Joker. Honestly, Joker's a bit of science in this deck. You could take Joker out if you wanted to. But Deathstroke and Reverse Flash, especially in combination with Friends in High Places, though it's not necessary, result in some crazy amount of push, especially when you take into account that we're also running Doomsday as a leader. So assuming we have Doomsday's ability up, Friends in High Places plus Reverse Flash is in a total of 26 damage on a single turn. And Deathstroke can be even more than that in certain situations. Deathstroke math is significantly more complicated than Reverse Flash math, so keep that in mind. Oh, and one more update before we get into the game. I'm going to start using 1 game per video as opposed to 2 games per video. That way I have a little bit more time to work on other videos that I might want to do in the future. With that in mind, keep being awesome and enjoy the game. All right, let's go. We're up against a Batman Wonder Woman list. Oh, I haven't seen this player before. SV Void. What is our opening hand looking like? We have Jailbreak. Oh my god, we are happy. Can we find a Black Mask or a Clayface? There we go. That's our turn 3. We found our turn 3. It's Clayface, Jailbreak. Holy, that's a start. We're going Amy on turn 1, almost certainly. Oh, I just dropped a USB stick on the ground. I need to make sure I pick that up. That's an important one. Remind me after this game. All right, let's go, Amy. Hey, look, he played Amy as well. No fair. His Amy can attack whoever it wants. Oh my. Oh my god, that's tempting. Oh my god, that's so tempting. I'm doing it. I would highly recommend holding Clayface till the turn you play Jailbreak in most scenarios. However, in this scenario, I'm gonna be greedy just because we have double Jailbreak. And I'm not going to attack with Clayface because if it attacks into the Minotaur, our Clayface becomes significantly less safe than he is right now. And we obviously, for those who don't know, we cannot control where Amy attacks. Batman's ability is coming up this term, which is the main reason this is so scary. If we lose Clayface, we are sad. But 2 jailbreaks 2 turns in a row? Surely, even if we lose this Clayface, it's not too big of a deal. Okay, if he hit a Batarang here, he's got the clear on Clayface. Did he hit a Batarang? No, he hit a Batarang! He won the 50-50. There it is. No. It was always going to happen. But we did this knowing we have Clayface in hand. And knowing that... knowing that we have Jailbreak in our hand. And knowing that surely everything's going to be okay because we're going to go crazy with this Jailbreak. Let's top deck a Black Mask just for fun. No Black Mask? Okay, that's fine. Let's do Jailbreak. Come on, show us some good stuff. We hit... Oh, this is actually quite good. We can prevent the Aquaman effect. We can play Amy. And we can get rid of this guy. Okay. And then we have another Jailbreak for next turn. It's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I mean, we're running out of cards. We are in top deck mode, which is not good. I'm starting to regret playing that Clayface. I'm not sure the 2 Jailbreaks were enough to justify it. If he can't protect Batwing and we can kill it, we're looking pretty good. Maybe we should have held both Jailbreaks for the same turn. Maybe we should have just given up board. Because he would have used Aquaman's effect this turn anyway. And then he would be 2 charges away from using Aquaman's ability again. Maybe that would have been better. Found Grundy. Born on a Monday. Alright, we just have to Jailbreak, right? Let's just hit 2 Black Masks and call it a day, you know? Just a quick casual, 2 Black Masks. Sounds good to me. Boom, 1 Black Mask. Oh my god. Two-Face. Show us some love and kill this Batwing. Nice! Very, very, very good. We'll take this Amy attack and we'll take this attack here. I almost want to play Grundy, but I want to Grundy and then play Lex Luthor. Grundy has a really good interaction with Lex Luthor because he lets us attack with Grundy that turn, because once Grundy is resummoned, he readies himself. A lot of people miss that. And then also Lex Luthor is giving us the card draw, so we get to attack with a 5 attack thing that essentially has speed, and then we also get to draw 2 cards. So it'll help us refill our hand, and our hand needs refilling, so works out quite nicely. There's the Seahorse. Does get to clear most of this before playing any cards. Most of it, not all of it. With the Batarang, he can clear almost all of it. There's the Batarang. Oh. I think we're gonna just kill Batman. Yeah, I think we're just gonna kill Batman. That sounds good. Let's get Batman out of this game. Oh, we hit the bigger they are. That's actually really good. Okay, we'll go Solomon Grundy first. Use Lex Luthor's effect to see what we get. It might change our decision-making here. Take our draw card. And we find Whack-A-Man and Reverse Flash. Well, hold on then. The situation has changed. We kill Aquaman. We kill Aquaman and we push for damage on Batman. Let's go. 5 damage over here. Reverse Flash for 10 damage. 1, 2 hits. Plus Doomsday effect. And Doomsday Punch in. Holy. What a Lex Luthor draw. That is so good for us. We're going to ignore the Seahorse, because obviously the Seahorse is not important anymore. The opponent lost Aquaman. And now we have a variety of ways to push for lethal in the future. We have the bigger they are to remove a recruit if it's in the way of Doomsday. We have Whack-A-Man to remove raw recruits. We have Lex Luthor's effect to remove raw recruits. The odds of us not being able to push for lethal when Doomsday's effect is up is severely... It's quite low. I was going to say severely diminished, but makes sense. Okay, there goes our Reverse Flash. Don't worry, we don't need him. Does get the full clear. Does get the full clear. What do we find off the top? We find the Joker. Okay, not what we're looking for at the moment. Oh, the opponent goes for the retreat. Makes sense. We were eventually just going to be able to push past that, weren't we? Well, that was certainly a fun game. Man, this deck is really fun. I might play more of this. It's probably the most fun Arkham Inmates list I've found so far. That being said, Mono Orange is really fun. The Harley Quinn Joker deck is quite fun. But, man, Doomsday is so cool. He puts the opponent on a clock. I didn't need to draw any extra damage that turn. I knew for a fact that the following turn I was going to be able to push for 10 damage, excluding any aura effects. And then, of course, we had ways of removing aura in our hand. So, yeah, I think we were looking pretty good. Cool deck. As always, deck code in the description. Keep being awesome, and I'll catch you in the next one.